In the flicker of golden candlelight, behind silk curtains and perfumed air, the Mughal queens prepared for a beauty ritual the world was never meant to see. It wasn't just about looking beautiful, it was about power, allure, and divine grace. Their secrets were whispered only among royal attendants, their ingredients guarded like treasures of the empire. Imagine rosewater distilled in silver bowls, gold dust glimmering in oil, and the scent of jasmine filling marble halls. Every gesture was sacred, every touch intentional, and every mirror reflection held the glow of a dynasty. But what did they truly do to keep their legendary beauty alive? The truth, hidden in history's shadows, will leave you absolutely speechless. The Mughal royal world was a realm of unimaginable luxury, where every corner of the palace shimmered with gold, silk, and scent. Beyond the battles and empires, there existed a softer, secret world ruled by elegance and refinement. Inside marble chambers surrounded by fountains and gardens, queens lived lives draped in velvet and mystery. Beauty was not mere vanity. It was a reflection of divine order, a symbol of harmony and power that defined their status in the empire. They were not just wives or ornaments of kings. They were patrons of art, poetry, and fashion, shaping the very essence of what grace meant in their age. Their skin glowed under natural oils. Their clothes carried the fragrance of roses, and their every move reflected an empire's grandeur. To step into their world is to enter a timeless dream, where beauty, power, and spirituality became one. For the Mughal queens, beauty was far more than appearance. It was a language of power, purity, and spiritual balance. Every ritual they performed carried meaning. Every fragrance, every drop of oil was chosen not just to adorn the body, but to cleanse the soul. They believed true beauty came from harmony between nature and self. That glowing skin reflected inner calm and divine grace. Their beauty philosophy was rooted in the idea that luxury must remain pure, drawn only from the earth's finest gifts, saffron, rose, sandalwood, and gold. To them, beauty was a sacred discipline, an art form that blended devotion, healing, and allure. Within their private chambers, these royal women turned self-care into ritual, and ritual into power, crafting an aura that transcended time itself. Hidden behind jeweled doors and silk curtains, the Mughal queens relied on beauty recipes that blended luxury with nature's deepest secrets. Their formulas were crafted with precision, passed down through whispers rather than words. They used saffron soaked overnight in rosewater to brighten their complexion, sandalwood and turmeric paste to purify the skin, and almond oil infused with jasmine to give an everlasting glow. Crushed pearls and powdered gold were mixed into creams to reflect light like moonlit silk, while henna and hibiscus nourished their long-scented hair. Their perfumes, known as attars, were made from distilled roses, musk, and amber, leaving a trail of royal mystery wherever they went. Every ingredient had a purpose, every mixture a meaning. It wasn't just a routine. It was an alchemy of beauty and power, turning the essence of the earth into radiance fit only for queens. Each day in the palace began like a ceremony of elegance, where the Mughal queens immersed themselves in beauty rituals that were both sensual and sacred. At dawn, attendants brought rosewater and sandalwood to cleanse and awaken the skin, followed by gentle massages using almond and jasmine oil to nourish and soften. Their hair, often perfumed with hibiscus and henna, was brushed with ivory combs until it shimmered like silk. Baths were infused with milk, honey, and petals, turning the water into liquid luxury, while their garments were scented with attar and dried under the sun to capture its warmth. In the evenings, they applied masks made from crushed pearls or gold dust to restore their glow under the dim flicker of oil lamps. These rituals were more than beauty. They were acts of meditation, confidence, and control, transforming self-care into an art that celebrated both body and spirit, leaving a glow that seemed to come from within. In the Mughal Empire, beauty was never just decoration. It was power wrapped in grace. The queens understood that their appearance could speak louder than words, shaping alliances, influencing hearts, and commanding respect within the royal court. A flawless complexion, a carefully chosen fragrance, a single glance beneath jeweled veils, all became silent tools of influence. Nur Jahan, known for her unmatched elegance, turned her beauty into authority, designing her own perfumes and clothing styles that became symbols of empire-wide admiration. For these women, beauty was not vanity but strategy, a way to embody both serenity and strength. It was their shield and their weapon, allowing them to rule without raising a voice, to conquer without stepping onto a battlefield. In their reflection, beauty and power became indistinguishable, each feeding the other until both became the very essence of royalty. Behind the shimmer of gold and the scent of roses, there were secrets the Mughal queens never revealed, rituals that carried both beauty and danger. In their pursuit of eternal youth and flawless skin, they sometimes used ingredients that were as harmful as they were enchanting. Some whitening pastes contained traces of lead or mercury, believed to preserve a porcelain complexion but slowly poisoning the skin. They endured hours under heavy perfumes and smoke, inhaling fragrances laced with exotic resins that could cloud the mind. Even beauty routines that seemed harmless, like endless massages with rich oils or hair treatments with herbal dyes, could become suffocating rituals of perfection. Beneath the luxury there was pressure to remain ageless, to be the living embodiment of grace and divinity. These practices, hidden from the world's eyes, reveal the silent cost of royal beauty, the sacrifices made to sustain an illusion that history still remembers as divine. Centuries may have passed, but the echoes of Mughal beauty still shimmer in today's world, living quietly in every ritual passed down through generations. The rosewater used by queens now freshens modern faces. The turmeric and sandalwood of their masks still color bridal rituals, and the attars that once perfumed palaces now scent wedding nights. What began as royal luxury has become cultural heritage, woven into the daily lives of millions. Even modern skincare trends, glow oils, herbal masks, and natural ingredients, mirror the wisdom of those ancient queens who found power in purity. Their legacy is not just in museums or manuscripts, but in the mirror of every woman who anoints her skin with care, carrying forward a beauty that is both ancient and alive. The Mughal queens may be gone, but their rituals continue to whisper through time, reminding us that true elegance never fades, it evolves. As the last traces of rose and gold fade into history, the story of the Mughal queens reminds us that beauty was never just about the face. It was about presence, grace, and the quiet strength that lived behind every gaze. Their rituals were more than acts of vanity. They were moments of reflection, devotion, and identity. In a world that demanded perfection, they turned self-care into a form of art, one that spoke of resilience and timelessness. Today, when we seek beauty in fleeting trends, their legacy whispers a softer truth, that real beauty glows not from what we apply, but from what we embody. The queens may have lived centuries ago, but their essence remains alive in every heart that chooses elegance over excess, intention over imitation, and grace over glamour.